They're talking about people throwing up, actually, out of the window at the hotel where they're staying. This is not your favorite hotel that you've been at so far.
No, I hate this hotel. It's a Holiday Inn, you know. What can I say? Do I need to say more?
No, I don't think so, but we've been noticing there's like stains. They're cooking fish right now. There's been better locales, I'm sure.
They sort of create a fake kind of jungle ambience back here, though, with the tropical wading pool and the plants.
And we were talking about what you guys don't want to talk about. You don't want to talk about anything except for maybe cats.
Well, you know what? We don't really want to talk about cats either.
You know, well, we've got to talk about Bad Motorfinger a little bit because that's the whole part of this promotional interview thing. People will go out and buy the CD and...
Okay, well, if they promise to buy it, then we'll talk about it.
Trust me, many of them have already.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good.
So this is pointless.
So this is pointless. There's no reason to be here. We're done.
Yeah. Well, my opinion is if you've already bought it and you've listened to it, then there's nothing really more to talk about.
Then don't listen to us.
I mean, to your friends you can talk about it, you know, to other people who are interested in music, but what questions can we answer for you?
Well, God, there are a lot, actually.
Okay, ask one.
But, well, there are all the obvious questions.
Okay.
Okay?
You don't need to ask them.
Why don't we get them? Well, first of all, why don't I ask you a question that some viewers want to know?
Okay.
Wendy in Laverne wants to know if you're really married and if you guys will say happy birthday to her.
Are these multiple choice?
Yeah.
Well, we can do J.P. Patches type thing.
Yeah.
Okay, that means we get to say happy birthday to her.
Okay.
But can I tell her that yes, you're really married?
Huh? Can you what?
Can we tell her that yes, you're really married?
What does this tell you?
I guess, yeah.
It's important for her to know.
Why?
I don't know. That's what she called in. This is a question she wanted me to ask you.
Laverne and Shirley?
Yeah.
No, in Laverne. It's a town here in the San Gabriel Valley.
Oh, so who is it?
Wendy
in Laverne.
In Laverne.
Oh.
And she wants you guys to wish her happy birthday.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Wendy in Laverne. I'm married. Sorry.
See, you disappointed her. And also another viewer, Melissa, wants to know how you guys got involved with the Guns N' Roses tour, which you're on and sort of in the midst of right now.
They asked us to go out on tour with them, basically. They asked us to go out on tour, and that was it.
And has it been successful so far?
The tour?
Yeah.
For us, yeah.
Still got all our eyes and all our teeth.
Yeah.
Means nobody's throwing things.
We have some hand problems, but other than that.
Another one of our viewers, Karen in Diamond Bar, wants to know what books or movies have influenced you guys' lives, have sort of changed things, made you think twice.
I'm not going to give that away.
We saw a good puppet movie last night.
Yeah,
good puppet movie.
The Cat in the Hat.
Funny Quest puppet movie.
The Cat in the Hat and Green Eggs and Ham. Let's see.
Horton Hears a Who, maybe?
Unshin and the Low.
Yeah, that was later Dr. Seuss, though. It wasn't as good as, like, the early stuff.
I remember the songbook, that influenced me. Hungry, hungry, I'm hungry.
Well, we gotta watch some videos. We're gonna get started right now. It's Soundgarden, Jesus Christ Pose. This one's for Lana in Santa Monica.
All right.
Yeah, and this is Ben, Chris, and Matt from Soundgarden. Where's Kim?
I have no idea.
He's missing?
Yeah.
Sorry. We can't find him. Hopefully he'll be here
There's
for
only
this
3
evening.
chairs set up here, so...
That's okay. We've given up a chair. No reason for me to be here. I guess it's time to ask the obligatory Pacific Northwest music question. So here we go. What do you think it is that made everybody suddenly pay so much attention to the S-City?
Because they were, I guess, bored with paying attention to Athens and Minneapolis, and they had to look at another concentrated area, just because that's the way the industry works for some reason. But I think the Boise scene will be next.
Really? Do you mean that in all seriousness, or I tend to not believe you. I don't believe anybody. That's just me.
No, that's just the way it works. You know, there's always a regional focus. You know, it makes things easier for the industry, and that's the way the industry works. They want to, you know, they want to find out if there's more where the next big thing came from, and that's how it works.
Do you think that it's gotten to the point now where the music industry is saturated with the bands that are?
I mean, there's
from
no
there?
more next big things out of Seattle. Is that what you mean?
No, that's why I'm asking you. Do you think that it's gotten to the point where it's just oversaturated, talked about a little too much?
Well, yeah, I probably did a year ago.
Or 2 years ago.
Good enough. You gotta get back into videos. Coming up, you're going to see Roy Orbison, You Got It, for Blake in Hollywood. The Pixies, Head On for Greg and La Cunada, but right now here's School of Fish, King of the Dollar. It's for Vicky in LA. Hi, welcome back to Request Video. My guest today is Soundgarden. What are you doing?
Nothing.
You're picking on me.
He's not picking on you at all. You're so self-conscious.
I am worried. But he's like over here smoking. There are things crawling, killing insects. It's all
We're
very.
lying to you. Don't worry about it.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time I've been lied to. That's for sure. The songwriting duties in the band are pretty much shared with all of you guys. So, do you have a tendency ever to write songs that'll maybe make one of you stand out for this one particular song? For instance, bass playing, drumming.
Well, we pretty much approach songs in terms of like the song, not you know, for any other reason. Like if Ben writes a song, it doesn't mean he writes the song on bass. It doesn't matter. You know, if he writes a song, it doesn't mean he writes the song on drums. It's just a song. So, you know, that doesn't usually happen. Sometimes in a jam situation.
Do you think the bands that only have one or two people writing may somehow be limiting themselves?
I think they suck. No. Yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe not. Maybe that doesn't mean that they're going to run out of ideas, but there's certainly more influences to draw from and more possibilities when more people write. You know, I think that there's bands where one person wrote all the songs and made a lot of records that were interesting, but it definitely narrows down your options, and it's not so much of a band really as it is a solo artist with backup musicians. I mean, that's what it is when one person writes all the music.
You were originally the drummer and the singer of the band. How did you end up just being the singer, and do you ever miss drumming at all?
Well, I still play drums now and then, but I don't really miss it in terms of like being a drummer as opposed to being something else, because I have my hands pretty full doing what I do. But it was too hard to do both at the same time.
Okay, we're going to get back into videos. Coming up, you're going to see Shabba Ranks featuring KRS-One, The Jam, and that one's brand new, so let us know what you think about that. And the Sugar Cubes hit. Lisa in Garden Grove requested that one, so you can watch it right now.
The Jam.
Request video, I'm Gia, and my guest today is Soundgarden. And you guys never really went through, like, the starving artist thing. What? Now? God! No, but you never really went. You guys, like, had your day jobs and stuff, and...
We never did.
Yeah, we all had day jobs.
We did.
Long time.
So,
We almost cut our fingers off and ended our careers.
so what do you think about, do you think the bands that are, come on, I don't give up.
Don't give up.
Bands that, no, I won't.
Okay.
I won't. But bands who think that they have to be, if they're real musicians, that's all they're going to do is live for the music and not do anything else.
Living
Yeah, most of those guys end up doing heroin though, too. It's like, I don't understand that. But if you can't afford to like have a guitar and you have to hawk it to pay your friend money because you're sleeping on his couch, then you're not going to be a very good musician, and you're not going to have very much time to concentrate on like creating. So that doesn't really work, especially if you have to like play in lounges just to make money to pay rent. You know, then music becomes your job, like 9 to 5, playing cover songs. That's not really being a musician or artist. That's sort of like the same as making hamburgers.
Yeah,
or
a lot of people would be de-inspired by that, or whatever you call that word. You wouldn't be inspired from a situation like that. Most likely, probably give up.
How do you guys think the band's changed from Screaming Life all the way through to Bad Motorfinger?
Well, we've gotten a different fourth member, so that's had a pretty big impact on us. That's
better gear.
The biggest thing. We have more experience in songwriting, but that doesn't really necessarily make any difference. I mean, we listen to some of our early songs and we think, wow, we're like better songwriters now, and then we listen to other early songs and we think, wow, that's the best song we ever wrote. So that doesn't really matter. Just the fact that you know, we're still together, we still try different things.
What about, I know that when you guys did Temple of the Dog, it was more of a a tribute to Andrew Wood than anything. Is there any chance of doing another Temple of the Dog project?
Well, first there's going to be the Temple of the Dog Broadway show, and then there's going to be Temple Hits Vegas, which is a special. It's going to be on HBO.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. We're going to have guests, Liza Minnelli, Whoopi Goldberg, and some clowns and jugglers, and
Pete Simmons.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we're going to have, he hasn't signed he's still suing us, but Siegfried and Roy are going to be there.
I know the guy who does Siegfried and Roy's hair.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
That'd be a full-time job.
We'll talk about that while we watch these videos coming up after this commercial break. Stay tuned. For Soundgarden, Outshine for Joanne in L.A. Guns N' Roses, Live and Let Die for Monique and Rosemead, and The Who, Saturday Night's All Right for Friday Up for Matt. Match request video. My guest is in Soundgarden. We're going to wrap things up. This is Bad Motorfinger, by the way. And we're going to wrap things up right now with just, like, when you guys coming back? I know you're playing tonight at the Palace, but as far as coming back and doing any more touring?
We can't tell you that, because we don't know.
But are there plans to keep touring, or?
Well, yeah, we'll probably tour for a long, long, long time. So chances are we'll be back here again.
Any bands that...
But who knows when.
That you guys would particularly like to play with?
Monster Magnet.
Yeah, Monster Magnet. Possibly tour with them.
Melvins.
In the late spring.
Melvins, Pearl Jam.
What's the story with the Melvins? All of a sudden, a lot of attention's being paid to them.
Well, they're good-looking guys.
Paid attention to them.
Yeah.
Dale Crover.
You got to look out for those guys and step on them.
One word, buzz.
Yeah.
2 words, Star Trek.
1 word, boner.
I give up. We're going to leave you with another one of those Northwest bands, Alice in Chains, Man in the Box, Ruby and Maywood. Thank you guys very much for talking to me.
Thank you.
I'm like very nervous. Good enough. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.